Can Stockholm Syndrome and trauma bonds occur in friendships? Have you ever wondered if Stockholm Syndrome or trauma bonds can develop in friendships? The answer is yes, both can occur, but they may look different than in romantic or abusive relationships. Let's explore this topic together. Trauma bonds are unhealthy emotional attachments that can form between a victim and their abuser. These bonds often arise in situations where emotional harm is mixed with moments of kindness, creating a confusing cycle. This cycle can trap the victim in a sense of loyalty to the abuser. Stockholm Syndrome is a specific type of trauma bond. It usually happens in extreme situations, like kidnapping, where a person feels their life is in danger. In these cases, the victim may develop feelings of empathy or loyalty toward their captor as a survival mechanism. In friendships, trauma bonding can occur when one friend uses emotional manipulation or conflict to control the other. This is different from healthy friendships where support is shared during tough times. In a trauma-bonded friendship, one person might exploit the other's emotional pain or guilt to maintain power. For example, a friend could remind another of past hardships to guilt them into compliance, leading to emotional exhaustion. Signs of trauma bonding in friendships include justifying abusive behavior, covering for the manipulative friend, and isolating oneself from others who might help. You might feel defensive when someone points out the abuse or reluctant to leave the friendship. Withdrawal symptoms can also occur when trying to break away from this unhealthy dynamic. While Stockholm Syndrome is often linked to life-threatening situations, the emotional attachment to a harmful friend can resemble it in some ways. True Stockholm Syndrome is less common in friendships because the life-threatening context is usually absent. However, extreme trauma bonds can still develop, especially if the friendship involves cycles of manipulation and abuse. Both trauma bonds and Stockholm Syndrome involve complex emotional attachments to those who cause harm. This can make recovery challenging, especially for individuals with post-traumatic stress disorder. People with PTSD may find themselves in trauma-bonded friendships, complicating their ability to recognize abuse or leave harmful situations. Recovery from trauma bonds and Stockholm Syndrome often requires therapy and support. It is essential to separate from the abusive situation to break the cycle of attachment and promote healing. Understanding these dynamics is crucial for anyone with a history of trauma. Recognizing unhealthy relationships can empower individuals to seek help and make positive changes in their lives. In summary, trauma bonds can indeed occur in friendships, often marked by emotional manipulation and control. While true Stockholm Syndrome is less common, similar emotional dynamics can still exist. Both conditions highlight the importance of understanding relationships and seeking professional support when needed.